Okay, we have a series here, and we're going to try to find out if this converges or diverges. So the way we do that is by a comparison test. So we just get a series that looks very similar to this one, and then we can compare it. So what would be very similar? Well, we could have something which looks almost the same, but we remove some of the junk from here. So we would have square root of k cubed without all the junk, just to make it simpler. And then we can possibly simplify that and get a p-series, because we know something about a p-series. We know that a p-series is of this form, and if p is greater than 1, then this is going to converge. If it is less than or equal to 1, then it's going to diverge. So we know that about a p-series. So let's try to get that into a p-series sort of format. So how do we do that? First of all, this is the same here. How do we do that? Well, this is 3 halves, right? This is an exponent of 3 halves in the denominator. That's an exponent of 1/3. 1/3. So we have different exponents, but the same variable. We can subtract these. So this would be a 6, and this would be a 9. So we cross multiply these things. This would be a 6, and this would be a 2. So now we can subtract, and we would get 7/6 down here, 7/6, and this would go away and become a 1. Okay, so now we definitely have it in the form that we wanted. Now we ask what p is. P is 7/6 is what p is. Now we can look at this. So is it greater than 1? It is greater than 1. That's going to converge. Now we have to ask, is this greater or less than this? Well, this is going to be less. This is going to be less because we're plugging in numbers here, and this has more junk. So this is going to be a greater number in the denominator. If you have a greater number in the denominator, then you're going to have a less large term as a whole. And so if you're adding terms that are smaller than the terms you're adding over there, then the series itself, the entire sum, is going to be smaller. So if you have something smaller than something which converges, this converges. And if this is smaller than something which converges, this must also converge. Converges.